youth is the joy, the little bird that has broken out of the egg and is eagerly waiting to spread out its wings in the open sky of freedom and hope. Hello everyone, I'm Neha Anna Abraham of class 11 of Rajagiri Jeevass CMI Central School, here to talk to you on the topic, Need of a Youth Icon. A youth icon is someone who is looked up to by the young masses of society. Until a few years ago, people regarded a social reformer or a political figure as their youth icon. But today, people consider achievers in different fields of activity as their youth icon. If asked who your youth icon is, you would say APJ Abdul Kalam, Nelson Mandela, Sachin Tendulkar, Deepika Padukone, and even Amitabh Bachchan. Undoubtedly, your reasons for having chosen them is because of their personalities and their achievements. So then, what does a youth icon stand for? The youth is the backbone and the future of any society. They are the driving force behind a nation and can contribute to the social and economic progress of a country. They are the hope of tomorrow. The youth, with the right education, mindset, and knowledge can excel in various fields, including science, technology, medicine, and so many more. This would not only evolve them personally, but also professionally, and can contribute to the growth and development of a country. However, if the youth of a country is not educated, then it can lead to crime, ignorance, and thus the topic of nurturing the youth is a key area which needs to be given attention to. The youth has the power to make or mar a nation. I don't think the youth wishes to be told what they should and shouldn't do. They are largely led by example. There are 7.7 billion people in the world, from which 1.8 billion are youngsters. That is, about 42% of the world's population are youngsters. In this vast sea of humanity, we find certain persons who have risen above the ordinary by their qualities, talents, or simply by the mark of hard labor to such heights of excellence that we can't help but admire them. These people become icons. Every era in history has produced great men who have made an impact on their fellow men. The world has produced great men and women who have influenced our imagination and has changed the thinking of the upcoming generation. Today's youth too need icons, icons of their own generation to whom they could look up to and absorb in their qualities and thus make their own lives worthwhile. We need youthful personalities and not just people from the world of glamour and entertainment. Thus, when we think of youth icons, let's look across the border. We find a name that surely touches our hearts. Malala Yousafzai. Malala is an icon for today's youth in this strife-ridden world. This young person is the epitome of courage, the indomitable spirit that can break all shackles and cannot be constrained. Malala has long been known for her advocacy of girls' education and for being brutally shot in the head by the Taliban for her demand for girls' education when she was just 15. Thus, we cannot help but admire Malala for her courage to defy bullets for the sake of the pen and the book. Greta Thunberg is another global phenomenon who is inspiring the youth to protest against climate change. Greta, a 16-year-old sweet girl, is urging the politicians to acknowledge how much they have messed up the climate issue and is making the world realize the dire state of climate emergency. Her journey to the United States on a solar-powered boat has already made her an icon of the youth climate movement. Her recent speech titled, "How Dare You?" at the UN Action Climate Summit on 23rd September 2019 has catapulted her to international fame. Despite being diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome and selective mutes, Greta considers her disabilities as her superpowers and thus becomes an icon for her charisma, diligent fervor, and passion for climate conservation. Walk down any lane in India and ask the youngsters playing cricket on who their youth icon is, and most of them would say Virat Kohli. I'm sure the answer does not surprise anyone. Virat Kohli's rise as a player in the cricketing sector is tremendous. His extraordinary batting skills and fitness displays has won him fans all over the world. Thus, Virat Kohli is a classic example of hard work and sheer determination which has made him a global success. Thus, Virat Kohli is an inspiration to millions of youngsters and is the driving force which is making them believe that they too can achieve their dreams. But in today's world of mass media, anyone who gets attention is projected as a youth icon. Youth generally fall for peer pressure. Also, the icons of today are short-lived in the minds of youth. They go on changing. The moment they underperform, they fall below public expectation. They are dumbed. We fail to realize that they are just human beings like you and me. Thus, the term youth is often associated with joyfulness, vibrancy, enthusiasm, and passion. This is because the young people living in today's world are full of life. Then, why not add a bit of purpose and a noble cause to it? The world has a set of young, talented people in you and me who can serve the human race and cherish a noble thought. Parents and teachers must make it their responsibility to grow the children in such a way that they are ideal youths and responsible citizens of tomorrow. Thus, the youth is like a fire. It creeps forward, a spark at first, glowing into a flame, and then brightening into a blaze. So, rise and shine, youngsters. Thank you.